Shalom, shalom, and welcome. This is Yasharal, Living Orders and Commands. It is an end-time series, a series of messages I am compelled to present to you who seek to do the will of the Almighty Creator, the Almighty Father. It is a message to you, O Yasharal, consisting of both Hebrews and Gentiles made one in Yahushua Messiah, or as some may say, Abri and Goyim, other nations, grafted together as one by Yahushua Messiah, under one banner, one nation, Yasharal. My name is Symmanayah, and today is February 13th. This segment of Yasharal, Living Orders and Commands, is entitled Intersections Ahead, Decisions to Make. My brothers and sisters, it is important to be mindful. As end times become intense, there are extremely critical challenges ahead of us. Remember, there will be living orders and commands, not suggestions going forward. And as we become aware of an increased presence of the Spirit of Yahushua, we will become mindful of the life and the passages of which I'm about to read. The coming days will prove to put us in a situation where we will face intersections ahead, and we will have to touch on and respond to the challenges with decisions to make, of which will be unavoidable unless we are put to sleep and or die. Let me begin by reading Matthew 10th chapter verses 34 through 41. It says, "Do not think that I have come to bring peace on earth. I did not come to bring peace, but a sword. For I have come to bring division, a man against his father, a daughter against her mother, and a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And a man's enemy are those of his own household. He who loves father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. And he who loves son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. And he who does not take up his stake and follow after me is not worthy of me. He who has found his life shall lose it. And he that lost his life for my sake shall find it. And he who receives you receives me. And he who receives me receives him who sent me. He who receives a prophet in the name of a prophet shall receive a prophet's reward. And he who receives a righteous one in the name of a righteous one shall receive a righteous one's reward." Let me also direct your attention to Luke 12:51 through 53, which reads similarly. "Do you think that I came to give peace on earth? I say to you, no, but rather division. For from now on, 5 in one house shall be divided, 3 against 2, 2 against 3. Father shall be divided against son, and son against father, mother against daughter, and daughter against mother, and mother-in-law against her daughter-in-law, and daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law." My brothers and sisters, there is a division that is ordered by the Almighty Father, Yahuwah, through a set-apart spirit sent in Yahushua's name. There is a division that will make our eyes wide open and ears to witness that we will approach intersections ahead that require decisions to be made. Yes, an intersection, a point where we must pause and decide whether to go left or right, whether to go forward or backwards, whether to move or be still. We will face intersections. Each passing moment, as end times become intense, we will face the challenge. Do we stay with a group or leave the group? Do we embrace a group or reject a group? Do we purge wickedness, someone from our ranks, or do we reach and embrace someone into our ranks? We will face intersections ahead, my brothers and sisters, that require decisions that we will find ourselves making. My brothers and sisters, soon and very soon we will begin to realize each day is something. There will be something brought before us which contributes to our refinement and pursuit of set-apartness. Whether that something is judged by us as small and minute or large in scope, we will soon begin to acknowledge being groomed for end-time prophecy fulfillment like never before. Day by day, we will come to accept intersections ahead with decisions to make. There will be times to come away and instances of purging. The severity of the hand of the Most High Father will prove to go forth with no respect of anyone, not man, not woman, nor children, or any beast or anything. The time is now to begin praying and seeking to discern what must be done, what is expected of you, O Yasharal, what is expected of us. The time is now to begin seeking wise counsel. Counsel by set-apart individuals chosen by the Spirit of Yahushua, while they may be found. For remember what is written in Scripture. There will come a time when we will not be able to discover and find the word of the Most High. Some, will you be among those who cannot find and discover the word of the Most High? For those of you who wrestle with this, I submit to you, as Yasharal is gathered from the four corners of the earth, the set-apart children of obedience will be gathered. The martyrs will be killed for Yahushua's name, which will lead the wicked, set apart from us, and in their own right will have no desire to pursue the word. So therefore the word will not be going forward among the wicked, as end times prove to set us apart from wickedness. Pray and watch. Who is aware of the life in the passage in the 8th chapter of Amos? Amos reads, 8, 11, and 12 says, See, days are coming, declares Master Yahuwah, that I shall send a hunger in the land, not a hunger for bread, nor a thirst for water, but for the hearing the words of Yahuwah. And they shall wander from sea to sea and from north to east, and they shall diligently search, seeking the word of Yahuwah, but they shall not find it. These prophecies, we will see these words fulfilled in the coming days, once Yasharal is gathered from the four corners of the earth. Do not dismiss the prophecies that you believe have been fulfilled, for remember the Almighty Father changes not, and we could very well see what is described proved to unfold during end times. Remember, each of us will be held accountable for the things we do in these bodies. And with that said, the need to prepare for details and living instructions are ahead. The need to be mindful that there are intersections ahead. Each day we will face choosing whether to go left or right, forward or backwards, whether to lift our heads up or bow our heads down. Prepare, O Yasharal. There are and will be continuous decisions to make. Choose wisely every step, for soon and very soon it will become apparent that some of the decisions we make will be the last ones we will ever make in these earthen bodies. For those who are not appointed to fulfill end-time prophecies, those who witness the last and final decisions we make will witness our death. Those who are appointed to fulfill end-time prophecies, we will look at decisions we make, and we will rejoice in many cases. Will we stumble and fall? Yes, we will, my brothers and sisters. Will the flesh continue to war against the spirit? Yes, it will. But we will come to rise up as the presence of Yahushua Messiah emerges before our very eyes. We will come to know how to deal with the intersections ahead. We will come to know how to manage decisions that we will find ourselves making in the coming days. The chosen leaders of Yahushua Messiah will rise, and we will witness structure and discipline. We will come to adjust and adapt to the transformation that is ahead as we face living orders and commands regarding our migration and more. Yes, I could replace the word intersections with crossroads, but in either case it will prove to be something that is indeed unavoidable. My brothers and sisters, there are going to be times where the decisions to make will result in us feeling or believing we are alone. Yes, decisions we make at times will put us in a state of being or believing that we are alone. But I assure you, such experience during these end times will not last long. Remember, the days have been shortened, and things will become intense, and we will witness Yahushua Messiah draw us together. Who is able to discern the life in the passage, Matthew 24:22? And if those days were not shortened, no flesh would be saved, but for the sake of the chosen ones, those days shall be shortened. I submit to you, while individuals are trying to figure out whether the rotation of the earth and or clocks will speed up, in my prayer and inquiry, I am compelled to believe that there will be so much occurring that in the actions of things that will be unraveling, unfolding, Time will appear to have sped up very rapidly. It is about perception, my brothers and sisters. It is about discerning the activities of what's going on. In other words, my brothers and sisters, be mindful that the scriptures were originally in pictorial form. They have been translated. They have been tampered with. So those who say, well, that's what the word says, it's actual time. Well, hold on to the literal and the contextual if that's what you believe you need to do. But I am presenting to you, my brothers and sisters, that man will be so distracted, so entangled in actions, as well as the children of obedience will become so busy. Time will speed by quickly. Think about it, my brothers and sisters. Who among us have heard the word circulate? There is not enough hours in a day. I submit to you, oftentimes we've heard these words among the obedient, the busy, or the distracted. But those who have been extremely busy, whether productively, wickedly, or set apart, these words have echoed out. There's not enough hours in a day. Remember, my brothers and sisters, the original scriptures were in pictorial form. Seek to discern before you dismiss the words in which I present to you. Seek to discern what is true. It is ironic how many people will say that's what the word says. I've seen brothers and sisters grab the word and say, let every man be a liar and the Most High be true, but ignore that the Spirit of Yahushua will work through a man to speak through a man, thus making his words true. I have witnessed individuals quick to say, let every man be a liar, and fail to realize that the very verses that they say they believe, which say Yahuwah dwells in us. They dismiss these things, my brothers and sisters. Let us be mindful of all that is described, all that is instructed of us to improve in worship and obedience. Now, brothers and sisters, intersections are ahead. We will face them often. And we will find ourselves journeying towards the promised land. End times are here. Each day, I pray and seek living instructions from the Spirit of Yahushua. I am compelled to believe that CO2 and methane gas levels are continuing to rise at alarming rates, and that we will witness prolonged and widespread drought. And I believe there will be no letting up, and that famine will become so widespread that soon and very soon, man will begin to panic and worry and fear. But those who pursue set of partners, those who make the right decisions, those who understand the life in the presence of Yahushua Messiah will not be afraid, will only fear the Most High and not what man can do to us. We will come away from being distracted by prices going up and down and realize that these are symptomatic of food inventories vanishing. We will come to realize that pestilence and disease is on the rise in many different ways, on many different fronts. Instead of just focusing on 2 viruses, we will realize that there are hundreds of viruses and diseases that are emerging as I speak. And soon and very soon there will be pandemics. There will be multiple things that will cause man to begin to migrate. There will be natural and man-made disasters ahead. The fruit of our wickedness, the fruit of our neglect from this planet will enlarge. The visibility of vengeance, the vengeance that the Most High promised, will become clear. The visibility of his wrath emerging and beginning to enlarge will become very clear to those who are able to discern and witness and see. Our brothers and sisters, we are facing intersections ahead, and we will make major and critical decisions. We will face the tough choices, and we will make the decisions that are necessary. Will we make mistakes? Yes, we will. Some will make mistakes unto death, and some will make mistakes to reproof, to repentance, and rise up in the strength and power of the Most High. The time is now to begin discerning that our final exodus is near. The time is now to begin discussing, preparing for a journey that will be most challenging among us, my brothers and sisters. The need to recognize living orders and commands are here. The need to respond accurately is now. Until next time, my brothers and sisters, continue to pursue set apartness. Continue to seek earnestly to discern and respond to living orders and commands from the Spirit of Yahushua. Believe and trust and know that all will be laid straight. Our footsteps will be ordered, and we will come to recognize the living presence of the Most High like never before imagined. Until next time, I invite you to look left, look right, look up, look down. But in every turn of the head, do so with the intent to focus on Yahushua Messiah and respond to his actions, his words, his orders. Discern the many intersections ahead and face the decisions to make with obedience to the living guidance of the Spirit of Yahushua. Until next time, I invite you to continue listening to Yasharal, living orders and command, as you believe you are compelled. And it is with that I salute your pursuit of set apartness, your pursuit to grow in a relationship with the Almighty Father Yahuwah through Yahushua Messiah. I salute you who have endured and tolerated these words. And I pray that Yahushua Messiah gets all credit and esteem for anything that is deemed good, that is set apart, that comes from me. Until next time, my brothers and sisters, shalom, shalom, shalom.